60 years after living a very long life, I want to drop dead, completely dead, from the abundance that I produced throughout my life. I want people to scratch their heads and ask themselves, how did he even make it to 90? I want my obituary to read, Dominic, the man who helped disrupt and revolutionize healthcare around the world for billions, has died at 90. Known for his immense activity levels, his wild adventures, his outspokenness and protest of harmful therapeutic means, and his support of true well-being around the world, he will forever be remembered. He was surrounded by his loving wife, 2 kids, and extended family. To understand who I am, we need to travel back in time, back to the good old days of high school when I was 15 years old. Shiver. Back then, I spent countless hours in head-to-head combat on my favorite computer game, Team Fortress Classic and Counter-Strike. The mission: to join a team, mount an attack, and steal the enemy's flag in a heavily guarded fortress for points. The team that racked up the most points won. I came home from school around 5 p.m. and I would game until about 1 a.m. I did this for 2 years straight until I had reached one of the top 10 clans, an online gaming team, in the world. I was really good. I was also really good at being really fat. During this time, I had reached my heaviest weight, one day weighing in at 250 pounds, 60 pounds heavier than I am today. When that happened, I stepped off the scale, reeling from the implications of my sedentary lifestyle, and realized a few things. I was fat. I was unhappy in the real world, despite my success in the online world. I hadn't had a girlfriend yet. I hadn't kissed any pretty girls yet. I was kind of a loser. Not only that, I was unhappy deep down inside because I had a vision of so much more for myself.
Thank you.
At that moment, I decided enough was enough. No longer would I be the double Whopper eating champion. No longer will I be the guy who can put down a 27-piece chicken nugget in one sitting. I think I even did a 50-piece chicken nugget at some point. That was sick. There was also a very pretty girl named Christine whose heart I wanted to win. She had shown interest in me at one point, but then got scooped up by another much more chiseled and handsome young man named Christian. It was like a dragon had come and snatched up my princess. So I started running and applying the principles of the Atkins diet, cutting out bread and carbs. In about 3 weeks or so, I had dropped 20 pounds. It was awesome. But then it slowly stopped. I made some more modifications into what is now considered a paleo diet, cutting out more sugar, bread, and processed foods. And I kept losing. In one summer of running and healthy eating, I dropped almost 40 pounds. I went to 11th grade a new man. And I won the heart of Christine. Yes, that's right. This was truly a defining moment of my life and very valuable lesson because I learned that if you aren't happy with yourself or something in life, there's information you can learn and apply to change your ways. There are ways you can change. All you need to do is find it and do it. And do it a lot. As much as you can, always keeping the end goal in the back of your mind, and keeping that fire to achieve it well stoked. After high school, I moved here to attend the University of Central Florida. After dabbling in many things for a year and a half, my favorite class in all that time was astronomy, believe it or not, and not really finding my calling, I was left searching. Deep down inside, I knew I wanted to help people and make a difference in the world and lead a passion-filled life. I eventually made the very anomalous and interesting decision to stop going to school and work at the local Scientology Center here in Orlando. Not only that, but I would go on to become the full-time marketer for Scientology Orlando. Now this was quite tricky because usually the only thing people know about Scientology is 3 things. 1, Tom Cruise, 2, John Travolta, and 3, aliens. Thanks to a highly accurate South Park episode that was done about us a few years ago. That was sarcasm. It just so turns out, Scientology really isn't about any 3 of these things, but thanks to the mass media's grips on television, and Scientology's long-standing rivalry thanks to its anti-psychiatry viewpoints, that's what I had to work with. Being part of this nonprofit organization was invaluable. I really learned how to market on a budget, how important purpose and determination are to life, and I got to speak to tens of thousands of people and do my best to help them with life issues in a spiritual, life improvement-oriented way. After 8 years of full-out, go, nonprofit pay stress, and not enough self-care, I found myself with sporadic pains, chest pains, at the age of 28. At that time, I definitely had the weight of the world on my shoulders, I would say. Enter Dr. Lisa Palmer, the doctor I currently work for in the world of nutrition response testing. After going to a doctor in New York who told me everything is fine after I gave him $250, Dr. Palmer got to the underlying problem of my chest pains and many other things for under that amount. Realizing the value of this work, and after losing a beloved aunt and 2 uncles to health issues I felt could have and should have been fully prevented, I decided to start working for her and the team at Palmer Natural Health and help bring what I feel is true health care to Central Florida. I will become Palmer Natural Health's 5th nutrition practitioner in June once I finish school, and I'm very excited about that. Because of my lofty goals, Toastmasters, I need your help. I need you guys to be absolutely and lovingly brutal on me. Please ding me as much as necessary, scoff at my so's, laugh at my ums and uhs, because I need your help to enlighten a world that has lost sight of exceptional and optimal health. I need your help to hone my skills and bring the world to understanding of what is truly possible for them. Thank you very much, and I'm glad to start this journey with you. Woo!